It started right there in the garden bed, our hands in the dirt. I knew it because I'd practiced it, spent hours trying to erase that same look from my own face in the mirror. She had it down cold. We were on our knees, pressing phloxes into the soil, the sun warm on our backs, trying to make a nice first impression. But all I could think about was what she was keeping behind that look. That's what she asked me, trying to make small talk. I told her, yeah, my Uncle Gene, Unc, he's had me out here ranching since the 3rd grade. It didn't fit. None of it did. I looked at that flower, a strange intruder against her pale olive cheeks and coaly eyeliner, and I just cut through it. So, I said, you're going to buy it?
She let out this little noise, kind of a snurf of a laugh, but it didn't mean anything. Unc would get my go-ahead before he did anything firm. He knew that. And I wasn't so sure about her.
She didn't. And when I said so, she got all vague, said she raises animals, sort of, wouldn't meet my eyes, just kept staring at the flowers like they held all the answers. And that's when it kicked in. My suspicion reflex. I wanted to like her, I really did. She seemed decent enough, but there was this itch. Something wasn't right. My mind started going through the list. She wasn't one of those sink farm scouts, I knew that much. I'd met them before. They come out here with this missionary quality, trying to convince you that stripping the land for their carbon repositories is some kind of holy work. They try too hard. Her shiftiness was different. It wasn't that self-righteous confidence. It was skittish, like a horse that's not sure if you're holding a carrot or a rock. It was personal. I decided to just put it on the table. Look, I said, brushing the dirt from my jeans. Me and Unc, we just want to see the ranch in good hands. We want someone who'll care for it. So, tell me what you got planned, and I'll tell you if we can do business. The silence stretched out for a long time. She looked down at her hands, then back at me. Her eyes were dark, searching. And then, finally, she said it. So quiet I almost missed it. Do you know much about, I guess you'd call it, meat tech? I couldn't help it. I laughed. A real loud laugh that echoed off the side of the house. All that tension, all that suspicion, it just popped. You've got to be kidding me, I said, shaking my head. Meat tech? Why didn't you just say so? Here I was thinking you were some kind of prospector. She started to stammer something, but I cut her off. The relief was just immense. So, she said, wiping her cheek and leaving a little smudge of dirt on her jaw, you're okay with me doing tissue engineering here? I just nodded. Okay with it? Ma'am, we've been synthes for years. If I didn't think it would scare off every other buyer, I would have shown you the vats myself. The regulations being what they are, selling truly organic meats is damn near illegal these days. I explained it to her, how 10 years ago I'd have been out there arguing against the regs myself. It was a hard transition, especially for an old-timer like Unc. But now it's just part of the job. We're always taking core samples, trying to tweak the mix. That's when she really laughed. Not a snurf, but a full snort laugh that made her eyes crinkle at the corners. Core samples, she said. That's what you call it? Cow core samples? You're terrible. And just like that, everything changed. A full-faced smile split her lips, and her dark eyes skewered me. The guarded look was gone, wiped clean. She gave me her card, teaches classes at Nutriel, asked if I could help her convince, After she'd rinsed her hands under the garden hose, the water running in brown streams over her knuckles, she asked, I don't suppose I could bother you for a lift to the train station? I dropped her off and drove back. The house was quiet when I walked in. Unc was sitting in his chair watching a 3D tabletop game, Steelers. He had a foil pouch of Budweiser in his hand. He barely looked up from the little holographic figures clashing on the table. So? He asked. And I stood there, the smell of fresh dirt still on my clothes. So, to be continued.